He went from freshman All-America to the sideline in a few brutal months, and nobody saw the collapse coming. One moment, Cash Cleveland was the quiet force in Colorado's middle, snapping clean, studying film for hours, and keeping a Heisman hopeful upright. The next, he packed up, entered the transfer portal chasing NIL promise, and landed at Texas Tech, where the lights shined, but his name barely did. This isn't a simple talent versus talent tale. It's about timing, trust, and the marketplace college football has become. The portal whispers fame, exposure, and guaranteed opportunity, but it doesn't hand out playing time. Coaches don't break a winning line for headlines. Teammates don't step aside because a signing looks good on paper. So a freshman who once controlled the trenches found himself suited up, helmet polished, watching someone else anchor the offense he left behind. There are confirmed moves, and there's social noise, scholarship rumors, fan takes, and hot takes that spread faster than verified facts. Whatever the truth, the image is stark. A player who chose the jump and now faces the quiet cost of that choice. This opening chapter isn't just about a missed snap. It's a cautionary snapshot of modern college football, where chasing the bag can sometimes mean giving away your place in the game. But if you think this is the end, don't blink. The next turn might rewrite everything. Nobody expected Cash Cleveland to become Colorado's breakout star, especially not as a walk-on. He wasn't handed a starting job or hyped up by recruiters. He earned it the hard way. Long nights in the film room, early mornings in the gym, and a quiet obsession with perfecting every snap. By the time he took the field, he played like he belonged there all along. As a freshman, he anchored the Buffalo's offensive line with poise far beyond his years, protecting Deion Sanders and holding the trenches against veterans twice his size. His work ethic turned heads, his discipline earned respect, and before long, the no-star recruit was a freshman All-American. He wasn't loud, he wasn't flashy, just relentless. Cash became the kind of player teammates trusted and coaches depended on. But with recognition came attention. The transfer portal started whispering, and suddenly, the same humility that built his rise faced its biggest test yet. The transfer portal is supposed to be freedom, a chance to find a better fit, a bigger stage, a fresh start. For Cash Cleveland, it looked like the next logical step. After breaking out at Colorado, the offers started rolling in, each one promising brighter lights and a bigger NIL check. Who wouldn't be tempted? In today's college football, money moves faster than loyalty, and the dream of instant success is always one signature away. But the portal doesn't guarantee happiness. It sells hope. It's a gamble every athlete thinks they can win. Cash bet on himself, a stronger program, better exposure, maybe even a little fame to match his grind. Yet behind all the social media posts and press releases, there's a darker side. New faces, new systems, and no promises. For some, it's a rebirth. For others, like Cash, it can feel like starting over with no safety net. And soon, he'd realize that sometimes chasing the bag means losing your place in the game. When Cash Cleveland arrived at Texas Tech, everything seemed perfect. New jersey, new program, new start. On paper, it was a move destined for success. A freshman All-American joining a strong Big 12 team with momentum and NIL opportunities waiting. He was supposed to be the missing piece, the next leader in the trenches. But reality hit fast. The center position was already locked down, and breaking into a winning lineup isn't as easy as transferring in with a highlight reel. Cash suited up, practiced hard, stayed ready, but his name never got called on game day. The cameras that once caught him snapping for Colorado's offense now passed right over him. It wasn't about talent, it was timing. Texas Tech's line was thriving, and coaches don't fix what isn't broken. So there he stood every Saturday, helmet gleaming under the lights, waiting for a moment that never came. For Cash, it was a harsh truth. You can move schools, but you can't transfer opportunity. Sometimes, the hardest part of chasing your dream is realizing someone else is already living it. Sheridan Wilson isn't just another player. He's the definition of reliability. The junior center at Texas Tech earned his position through grit and consistency. And once he took over the job, he never let it go. Every game, he delivers clean snaps, perfect reads, and punishing blocks that turn defensive linemen into spectators. Coaches trust him like clockwork. And in football, trust is everything. Once a coach believes in your rhythm, it's almost impossible for anyone else to break through. That's the wall standing in front of Cash Cleveland. It's not a lack of skill or effort, it's the reality of college football. When a system works, nobody wants to risk changing it. Sheridan has become the silent engine behind Texas Tech's success, anchoring a line that's undefeated and untouchable. For Cash, it's like watching someone else live the role he once had. Same jersey, same dream, different outcome. And until something changes, that wall isn't just physical, it's personal. Then came the whispers, the kind that spread faster than any official announcement. Rumors began swirling that Cash Cleveland left Colorado after being denied a scholarship. Some fans claimed he asked for one and was turned down, while others said a scholarship was already waiting if he just stayed. None of it's been confirmed, but the story caught fire. Online, message boards lit up, YouTube channels debated it, and social media ran wild with theories about what really happened behind closed doors. Some say it was about money. Others insist it was about respect. Either way, the truth got buried under the noise. That's the double-edged sword of modern college football. Every decision becomes a headline, and every rumor becomes a storyline. Whether Cash left out of frustration or faith in a new opportunity, one thing's certain. Perception moves faster than facts. And by the time the dust settles, everyone already thinks they know the full story, even when nobody really does. Being benched isn't just a physical setback. It's a mental battle that eats away at your confidence one silent game at a time. For Cash Cleveland, the hardest part isn't the lack of snaps. It's watching the dream he built slip further away each week. He still suits up, still trains like a starter, still hopes his name gets called, but deep down, he knows the silence is louder than any crowd. Every Saturday, he stands just a few feet from the action, close enough to feel the energy, but too far to be part of it. It's a test that doesn't show up on stat sheets. Patience, pride, and perseverance colliding all at once. Most players crumble under that kind of pressure. But Cash? He's trying to turn it into fuel. Because even when you're on the bench, your next snap could be the one that changes everything. And until that moment comes, all he can do is stay ready. Ready to prove that the fire still burns, even when the lights aren't on you. All it takes is one play, one moment that flips the entire story. For Cash Cleveland, that's the light he's chasing. He knows football is unpredictable. Starters graduate, injuries happen, rotations change overnight. One small window could turn months of frustration into instant prize. Redemption, that's why he hasn't slowed down. Every practice rep, every film session, every silent night on the sideline, it's all preparation for when that door finally opens. Coaches notice effort, even if they don't say it out loud. And when the time comes, they remember who stayed ready. Cash isn't just waiting, he's building a comeback. He's still young, still hungry, and still the same player who once earned freshman All-American honors. Maybe next season, the system shifts. The opportunity appears, and his name echoes through the stadium again. Because in college football, all it takes is one snap, one perfect moment to remind everyone exactly why you belonged there all along. Cash Cleveland's story is more than just a player's journey. It's a reflection of how modern college football really works. The transfer portal, NIL deals, and social media hype promise instant glory, but they rarely show the grind behind the headlines. One decision can flip alone everything. The starter becomes the backup. The hero becomes the forgotten name on the roster sheet. It's not always about talent. Sometimes it's timing, fit, or just plain luck. But this isn't the end of Cash's story. Not even close. He's still got time, still got the fire, and football loves a comeback. Maybe next season, the same player everyone forgot will be the one everyone's talking about again. Because in this game, redemption can happen in a single play. What do you think? Would you stay loyal or chase the bag? Drop your thoughts below, and don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more stories just like this.